All right, underdogs. Have you ever felt like the spotlight skips over you even when you're doing big things? Well, meet Ashley. She scored over 1,000 points as a freshman and a USA team finalist, and she still just says, "I just want to hoop." No dream school, no hype machine, just real grind. This episode is for every athlete who's overlooked, underrated, and still putting up numbers. So stay locked in because your underdog story starts now. Welcome to the Underdog Voice Podcast, where we shine the light on real athletes with real stories, not just rankings. I'm Coach Q. This show is for every player grinding behind the scenes, every parent supporting the dreams, and every underdog refusing to quit. Today, we're talking to someone who got the receipt, the grind, and the mindset to match. So, let's get it. What's up, Ash? What's going
Hi,
on? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent, excellent, excellent. Can't wait to hear your story. So let's get things fired. Oh, all right. So let's start at the beginning, right? You're from Albany, New York, right? All right. So where you at now?
I'm in Middletown, New York now.
Okay. So when did you move from Albany to Middletown?
We moved to Albany when I was a baby. I think I was around like 2 years old, so I don't really remember much.
Oh, okay, okay. So what was life like growing up in Middletown?
It was, it was. I don't know how to explain it, but like I enjoyed it here. Like everyone knows everyone because it's small. Like it's a small little area, but everyone here is friendly. They're all supportive, and it's like one big family.
Okay, all right, okay. So, how did you eventually find basketball through all those other sports, like dance, soccer, softball, and even football? So you did all that?
Yes, I did. My parents are like the type of parents that like sign their kids up for every youth sports available. I did all that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get that. Ooh.
So I found basketball. I think it was like we was in a park and it was kind of like a little fair event thing going on. And we saw a tent and it said 845 Elite. That was like my first ever travel team I played for. And before they said I was too young to play, but my mom insisted that they sign me up anyways because I think I've been playing in sports. I've been playing up since I was younger, since my sister's older too. So we've always been together. So I signed up and that was like my first time ever playing on an actual team.
Okay, and how was that experience?
It was fun. I made some friends that I'm still friends with today. A lot of the coaches, I'm still close with them or we still talk a lot. They're all still supportive and they're all still kind of like they're like how do you say it? They're basically like if I ever need anything, they're always there for me and they know people who know people. So like it was just perfect for me.
Okay, okay, okay. Middletown community. You know what? That sounds like the town inside my book that I got. It's called Full Court Dreams: JJ's Journey in Life of Basketball. I wrote a little book about a year and a half ago. It's a nice book. And I think I gotta read it. Hey, I think it is Middletown in the book. I don't know, but it sounds like the same thing though. Like it's a small community. A young girl was on the playground, wanted to play basketball. You know what? And there was an old man sitting on the bench who was the legendary coach of the town, and he taught her how to play, basically. So story sounded like. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Look how people get brought together through story. So most people don't realize how much the versatility you had. You didn't just jump into hoops early, you explored it. So how do you think that helped you later as a basketball player? Like,
So I think for soccer, definitely like conditioning. So
Uh-huh.
I've been playing soccer for the longest, and then I just recently stopped playing because I wasn't a big fan of it at all. So conditioning was one thing. Like the one thing that my mom told me to take out of the sport is that like it's gonna get me ready for basketball since it was a
Right.
sport. Um, Football, it definitely taught me hand-eye coordination because I played wide receiver, and at first, like I wasn't able to catch the ball in the air or do none of that. So now, like
Uh,
it translated to the court. So now instead of a football, I'm grabbing like a rebound.
okay.
Softball, I don't know. I was playing little league and I was outfield, so I was mostly picking grass. But
Yeah. Playing little league softball, you just sit in the sun like you took
yeah, it taught me
outfield, you just
something.
sit in the sun.
It taught me something that I'm gonna use one day in my life. But yeah.
What about dance?
Dance, I guess footwork. I was I've always danced like in the studio, but once it like was time to go out and onto the big stage in front of everyone, I was the one hiding in the little corner. But footwork for sure.
Okay. All right, y'all listen. Um, all right, y'all listen. If you're listening right now and your kid is trying everything under the sun, don't rush the process. Ashley did not even she didn't even pick up a ball until she was like 8 years old. And look where she at now. Like killing it. So don't rush the process, parents. Leave it alone. So you did some big things, and you're a freshman in high school now.
I'm going into my junior year.
Oh, you're going to your junior year.
Yes, I
Woo,
am.
okay, congrats on that junior year, big year.
Thank
All
you.
right, so you're going to your junior year. So let's talk about your freshman year though, because this is amazing. And I don't know too many people that has uh, done what you've done.
Mhm.
And I really don't. Tell the people what you did, because I ain't gonna tell everybody what you did. You tell them what you did, and as a freshman, that's a major accomplishment, especially for a freshman.
Freshman year, I scored my 1,000 points.
Y'all hear that? 1,000 points as a freshman. Go on.
Um, I was the youngest to do it in my school, and I think I was second to do it in section 9. Yeah, 1,000 points right here.
So what was going through your mind during that season? Did it feel even real, or were were you just like locked into your work?
So going into it, so before that, I already had 2 years playing because I started playing in seventh grade varsity.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Because I'm tired. I can't deal with this. So you in New York,
Yes.
right? Y'all can play as a freshman, and all right. So was the school connected, or was it one big school from grade whatever to 12th grade, or how was the school structured?
So we have like an elementary school that's one
Uh-huh.
through five, middle school that's 6 through 8, and then we have high school, which is 9 through 12.
All right. So when you went to middle school, you could play on the high school team.
Yes. Well, in seventh grade, that's like the first year you're able to play like JV sports and modified teams. So
Uh-huh.
I had to get a physical and get cleared by the nurse first. And then I had to take a fitness test to see if I was fit enough to do it. And then I actually had to try out.
All right, here's the reason why I asked you that, because you're not, I mean, there's other states that do that. Maryland don't do that. We don't, Maryland's just so dry. Oh my gosh. Look, Maryland is so strict on their basketball stuff, like
Yeah.
their athletic stuff. They're really strict on that. Like, no, you cannot play high school basketball. And it might be good. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, they, it's slowing the girls down though. Maryland used to be hot. Well, where I'm from, Baltimore used to be hot. Baltimore County, Baltimore City used to have the top girls playing, and there's still some top girls coming up. But PG County is the way it's at in Maryland right now. But I think Maryland should try to adapt that. I think New York do it, Florida do it. Like it's other states that do that that allow middle school kids to play on a JV or varsity high school team. I think that's one of the advantages that y'all have because y'all get to play against older people earlier. And
Mhm.
here you got everybody trying to play down.
Yeah.
You got everybody trying to reclass here. No, I want to play down. Like I want to reclass back to my. I'm like, huh? Yeah, I just don't understand that though. But I wish we had that rule up where y'all at because I had a 6'3" girl that she need to be playing high school right now.
Start playing middle school.
Yeah, she need to play high school. She don't need to be playing middle school. She need to be playing high school right now. All right. So back to you. My
Yeah.
bad. Back to you. Again, was it just the work or was you just locked in?
So 8th grade, I scored my 5,000, not 5,000, 500, sorry, 500 points. And then I think I ended off with 600 or something at the end of my 8th grade season. So going into it, my coach had let me know. Then it was like me and my dad trying to figure out how many points a game I had to score in order to accomplish that. So I think it ended up being like 20 a game that I needed to have. So obviously I had like bad games, but then I also had like really good games where I'm scoring like at least 30. So like it leveled out. And then when the day came, my coach was like, Ashley, like, don't try to rush it. Just let the game come to you. Cause at
Right.
first, like trying to quickly get my shots in because I had like people there whose daughters were about to play and like they had to leave at halftime. So I wanted to make sure they was there to see it for their kids because they couldn't come and watch it.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
That was nice. That was nice. That was like that's right. Don't rush it. Let it come to you because you're gonna rush it and rush it and you ain't gonna get it because you try to force stuff. But your
Yeah.
coach told you right and you got it. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now look, a lot of young athletes look at this look at the moments like that and think it's all the highlight reels.
Mhm.
But I know it takes mental toughness. So were there any obstacles that you faced that season people didn't see?
I think my confidence has always been there. Well, at least like in 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
But I think one thing that like I used to have like emotional roller coasters throughout the game where sometimes I'm like in the game locked in and then sometimes where I kind of lose my focus and I start like going into my head. And then there's other times where like I'm just extremely like upset and angry and I kind of like start going crazy out there. But I think I was very emotional, but once I kinda, like, figured that out, then, like, everything started to, like, go my way again, but I was definitely more of an emotional kid.
Okay. All right. Now, for everyone listening, success isn't sweet without struggles, right? Ashley showing us that behind every record is a reality most people never see. And she just told you about it. And it's the confidence factor. And we get into that a little bit later. All right. So, Ash, you've been with Exodus, New York, right? Exodus is a very good program. They out there killing it since the 7th grade. You got your first V1 offer that same year, but
Yes.
now you're transferring to St. James Performance Academy of Virginia. All right. So what went into that decision, and was it because there's not many opportunities in Middletown for you, and other good players there?
So, I think one thing is where I live in general, like, not just in Middletown, but all the towns around, is that we have a lot of talented players here, whether it's boys or girls, but we don't really have as many opportunities to really showcase our skills, whether that's like camps or like exposure things. So that was like one thing that was like the main issue. And then also it's like extremely hard sometimes to find trainers. I got a couple of trainers that I work with, but
Uh,
even with them, like sometimes it's hard to find a gym or like any place to play or like because they also have things too. They also have their own lives too. So
right, right.
it is hard to meet with them. And then also Once we heard about St. James, my head coach, Tamika Dudley, she's like one of the best to do it. So
Yeah, she's from PG. She did her thing down at what school she was at? Sitwell Friends.
yeah,
Yeah, Sitwell Friends. Yeah, she did her thing down there. Yeah, Tamika, she's good. She's a good coach.
yeah. So she has a lot of good coaching experience. So I think me going down there and being able to train whenever I want freely, and just having her by my side too is going to really be beneficial for me.
Yeah, it's a nice facility down there. They just built that not too long ago. I was down there a couple of years ago for a tournament. I know you talked about Tamika and the things that she do. St. James is a minute away from home, right? So
Yeah.
how is that going to work out?
I think it's definitely gonna be like an adjustment for me, obviously, because I'm gonna be away from home. But like this like has to happen in order for me to like be ready and prepared for college. And my mom always says that it's better to be homesick now than going all the way to college and being homesick there. So it's gonna be an adjustment, but I know it's all gonna be worth it.
Right, it's getting you ready for the next. It's getting you ready for the next level. That's what this is all about, right? You getting ready to the next level. Kudos, mom. Kudos on that. So most kids would have dreamed of that one D1 office. You got yours early and didn't start working. So what does the next phase mean to you? And what are you hoping to gain from it?
The next phase, meaning college.
College. I know St. James is.
So going to St. James for like my last 2 years there, um, I plan on just being in gym consistently, like early in the morning, late at night, whatever. Like whenever there's an open gym, I'm gonna be there.
Good.
I'm just gonna train, work on my craft, and then after that it's AAU, and that's my last year. So I gotta go out with a bang. Hopefully win Nike Nationals, and then off to college where I have to compete there too. Because it never gets
Yeah,
easier; it only gets harder from here.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. I ain't have to say it. I say that all the time. Like, I'm glad you said it, and I'm glad you're a workhorse and a jump rat also. That'll really get you prepared to go to the next level. All right, so now we're about to pull the curtains back, y'all, and a lot of people don't know this, but you taught yourself how to play guitar,
Yes, I did.
and you're into art.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about this and those hobbies. So, for your peace of mind and focus, and as an athlete, how does art and playing the guitar? How does that help?
So I always been into music when I was younger. I always been a music girl and an artsy. Like I always used to sit in the front yard and paint like little minions with my grandma. Um, learning the guitar was good for me because that's like one way I could get my mind out of everything and just kind of like play out all my emotions.
Right,
During my live period in July, when I was on the road the whole time, I burned my guitar, so it kind of relieved some stress. Whether I had like a bad game or upset about something, I kind of just put myself in my room and just like sat down and played for a little bit to like reset my mind.
that's a good reset to calm your mind. Do you ever play it before a game? Like you feel real nerves before a game? Is that something that you do?
No, I kind of have like a routine I do before games. I kind of like wake up early. I do a lot of yoga and meditation before the games too. So
Okay.
I'll do that, and then I drink like a tea, and then I just put on my headphones to listen to music that way. But
All right, we gonna get into what music we listen to later on, and I'll, I'm telling you, you say the wrong thing, woo, we gonna get into that music. Like,
okay.
listen, y'all, this girl is an artist and a bucket. That's balance. That's elite. That's how you keep the joy of the game, man. You gotta have other things that you do that can take your mind off of basketball sometimes, just help you to relax. Basketball should not just be that shouldn't be your identity. It should be part of who you are, but it shouldn't be your full identity. I think that's what a lot of people get caught up in get frustrated about is that they make basketball their full identity, and it shouldn't be that way. It should be part of you, but it shouldn't be. It should be other things that you should be able to do outside of it that make you enjoy the game even more. So that's why I tell people to go play other sports also, not just focus on basketball, especially at a young age. You know what I mean? And look how it helped you out. You played more than your fair share of sports at a young age, and it groomed you for your main sport. You doing hobbies that groom you for your main sport. You draw, that's relaxing, and you play your guitar after the game to help relax you. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Keep on doing your thing, man. Keep on doing your thing. All right. Now you got peeps. You got sisters. How many sisters do you have? One sister. Okay, okay. That's the only sibling.
Yes, that is.
All right. So let's get to know her. So I know your sister played college basketball at Wheaton.
Yes.
All right. So what is it like having someone that close to you who paved the path ahead for you, and how has she influenced your mindset?
It's amazing to see like everything that she's accomplishing too, because we knew that we were gonna have two different type of paths. That one's kind
Hmm.
of the same. So to see her like going away to college soon to play is just like amazing because like we started this thing together. Like she was my first ever teammate.
Okay.
So now to see her being able to accomplish her goals, it just like proves that everything works out. And my sister is one of my biggest supporters too.
Good.
Like at a young age, we always used to play basketball like one on one, and she'll like show me that like I'm not gonna get anything easy out here. Like you can ask my mom after every game or fight. So yeah, and then like at every game you could hear her like screaming at me, whether it's positive or negative, telling me I need to get it together in order to win. So she's been a big part of me and what I'm doing right now.
That's great. I was going to ask you when y'all did y'all used to battle 1-on-one and we used to win all the games all the time.
It really depends because let's say game to 5,
Hmm.
and then we'll stop at like 3 because I'm throwing a shoe at her. She's throwing a shoe at me. Like my mom has to sometimes, like if we're playing, has to sit underneath the basket and call out fouls and when we need to stop because we're doing too much. But
Hmm.
it's like an even split. I think
Okay.
she might be a
Uh,
little bit ahead of me, but yeah.
so y'all have to play 1-on-one today. Who's winning?
I would say me, but she'll say otherwise.
Of course you would. Of course. Of course.
Yeah, I have the height advantage. She's just stronger than me, though. That's the thing. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. That's what you're doing to St. James for. Get stronger.
yeah.
So you talked a lot about your confidence and the things you go through when you have bad games and things like that. And we talked about that before we got on air. So confidence is your secret weapon. So let's break down how you build it up and lock it in when it matters the most. Right. So when you step on the court and you hear the crowd, what's your go to thoughts or mantra to keep your confidence high?
So, normally, like, before big games, I get, like, extremely nervous.
Uh-huh.
But, like, once I step on the court, it kinda all goes away. Like, I kinda block out every noise, and, like, the only thing I hear is my teammates, my coaches, and the refs when I feel like it. Um
So we all hear the rest when you feel like it.
One thing I really do is, like, I take a lot of deep breaths throughout the game and kinda, like, visualize me doing certain things, whether it's scoring or, like, passing and stuff. I kinda learned that 'cause, I'm not gonna lie, before, like, going into the season, I, like, spoke to, like, a mental coach. Last year, I lost, like, all my confidence in myself, so he taught me, like, a couple things I could do to kinda get me ready for the games and what to do in the games when I start to feel like I'm starting to, like, shut down. So, I probably, like, touch on my jersey to see, like, if I feel anything and, like, all the textures and stuff, or I take deep breaths, I visualize things, and, like, I always tell myself next play and stuff
All
like
right.
that.
Right. And like I mentioned before, I do the same thing. I'm a mental mindset coach also, along with being a regular coach. And I didn't realize that I was doing it for all these years, but I was actually doing it. Whether it was good or bad, I did it. I did it. So I just developed a program. We get into that later on. But he's telling you the right thing. And I really, you know what? I really, um, how can I put this? Probably, let me put it that way. To even go that route, because a lot of players out here are not going that route, and that's one reason why I'm retiring from AAU basketball. I'm not coaching AAU no more. I'm still coach high school. But my thought this summer was I seen a lot of that. You know what I'm saying, from players and stuff like that. And I said I need to do something about this. So that's why I decided to become a mindset coach and work more on the mental side than the physical side of basketball.
Yeah.
So yeah. Describe a moment in practice when you totally doubted yourself, and how did you shake it off and regain your belief?
I think one time is like, so depending on like our practices, especially if like
Uh,
we're starting doing like one-on-one drills, I honestly never really been a one-on-one player. So
uh,
when it's time to go one-on-one, I kind of freeze up. But one thing that I did was kind of like just tell myself that I got this and take my deep breaths again. And then once I got my first point, then I started to like get a feel for it again. And then I started playing harder again.
so how often do you use the stuff that he gave? Do you still go to him, or was it a one time thing?
So I'm gonna try going to more. I think I'm gonna do like a session before overtime because that's where I'm
Uh,
going to like in a couple of days.
okay,
But like whatever, we still like text sometimes too. So like he'll text me before like one of my big tournaments and let me know like how I did after or how I feel after, and we kind of just like talk it through about it.
okay, that's great. So how do you handle a streak of bad games? What keeps you trusting your process rather than spiraling?
So one thing is my dad, because he could really tell like when my game is off, because he did like teach me the game. So one thing that we'll do is we'll go to the gym a lot and kind of like work on the things that's I feel like is going wrong. So like if my shot's off, we'll go to the gym early in the morning or like throughout the day and kind of just work on it. And he'll like just tell me what exactly is wrong. It could be like a simple thing too. Like a lot of times, like my elbow is not high enough. I shoot. He really helps me out with that. Also, my AU coach, Coach Thomas, he acts are scary, but he's one big teddy bear inside. So
We all
like
are.
he
We all are. We tough, but we soft on the inside.
one thing about him is like he's gonna tell me the truth, like whether I like it or not. So like it kind of like reminds me like I kind of like get I gotta get out of my head in order for me to really do this.
Great. So, who in your life gave you the biggest confidence boost early on, and how did you pay that forward to teammates now?
My dad, he like tells me what not kind of like what I need to hear, but
Uh-huh.
like the honest truth. So whether I'm like doing bad or not. But one thing he did say that kind of stuck to me this season is that like my energy helps spark the entire team. So if if I have a good energy and like I'm running up and down the court hard, then like the rest of the team follows. So
Right.
definitely one of them. I think it's visualizing things. So like whether you don't have confidence in like your shot or ball handling, one thing that I do before like I go to bed is I kind of close my eyes and visualize me doing a certain thing 5 times in a row, like every night. So then once
Okay.
I do the game, it kind of just like a mental just do it. And I'm not sitting and thinking about it.
You know what? I tell kids that all the time. I say, y'all better learn how to use your imagination. I say, your imagination will take you a long way. Your imagination will help you live your dreams and accomplish your goals. Look, man, I said, dude, listen, I'm gonna tell you, and this is no lie. I'm telling the whole world this right now. And y'all out there trying to act like y'all ain't had it when y'all was little. Like I used to have an imaginary friend when I was little. Ain't nothing wrong. I used to pretend I was playing basketball against somebody. you know what I'm saying, football against somebody, and it helped.
Yeah.
Look, I got my toys, I'm acting like I'm playing with somebody else, and we have, your imagination is powerful. Your mind is the most powerful thing. And if you're not using your mind right to help you out with sports or anything else in life, it's going to be really, really hard. And I'm glad that you're recognizing that and that you're getting, something help with it. Only thing it's going to do is make you better
Yeah.
because it's a different level of confidence every level. Like middle school and high school, it's a different level of confidence. High school to college, it's a different level of confidence. College to real life, it's a different level of confidence. You need confidence. Confidence, and I tell people this all the time, confidence is a skill. That's what it is. It ain't a feeling. It's nothing like that. Confidence is a skill. You have to be taught, especially these days. Our young people have to be taught how to be confident. Got it? Yeah. So the people around you are doing a great job making sure you're cool. So, segue, if you ever need a mindset coach, not you because you already got one, people out there in my land, if you ever need a mindset coach, click the button down below in the description and you will find my 5-day Underdog Voice Academy challenge that will help you get back on track with your confidence. All right, y'all. Guess what time it is? It's time for the fun fire round. You ready?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. So, about to have a little fun before we wrap it up. Now, listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. Pressure is on you. We're going to see how confident you are right now because we're down by 10 points, right? And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, maybe 5, 6, 7 questions, something like that. All right. If I like the answer, I'm going to give you 2 points. If I really like the answer, I might give you 3. If I don't like the answer, you might not get no points.
Right.
You got it? Or you might get 1 point.
Okay.
All right. If we tie it up, we can go into overtime. I ask you a bonus question, and if we hit it, then we win. All right? So you ready?
Yes.
First thing to come to your mind, ice cream or pizza after a big win?
Ice cream.
What kind?
Depends on my mood. I get a lot of mint chocolate chip or caramel.
Okay. All right. I got you. That's 2 points. All right. So we're down 8. All right. So you get a walk-up song for every home game. That means when you come out, right?
Yeah.
So what's playing? What's your song?
Went Legit by G Herbo.
Who?
G Herbo.
Who is that?
You never heard of him?
No. I've never heard of him.
He's a rapper. I don't know where he's from, but he has some good game day music.
I gotta listen to him right now. You give me 1 for that because I don't know who he is. So now we're down by 7. I'm giving you a 1 for that.
All right.
What WNBA player you love to work out with?
Diamond Miller.
Okay, I give you that. That's 2. All right, so we're down 5. Dream vacation spot if you had a week off.
The Maldives.
So who? What?
The Maldives. Maldives. Sorry.
The Maldives. Hey, look, I ain't even gonna get you on that one because guess what? I got that right in front of me, right? So you're about to get a 3 for this because I got that right in front of me on my vision board. Like my vision board is right there, and that's where I want to go at. Yeah, so that's 3 points for you. So now we're down 2 points. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, what's harder, a step back 3 or playing a full guitar song from memory?
To master, or?
Yeah, I guess to master.
Step back 3.
Okay. All right, that's 2. So what, we down 1 now?
Yeah.
Favorite thing to draw?
Cartoons.
What cartoon? What cartoon character?
I like drawing Disney characters a lot.
But I give you.
Okay.
I give you that. I give you 2 points for that. All right. Disney characters. Okay. All right. So we're up. We're up right now. Don't mess it up.
Okay.
Do not mess this question up because we're up. We're up by 2 right now because I gave you 3. All right, we up by 2 right now. Who's the GOAT? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James?
Okay, well, I think we need to X out LeBron, unfortunately. We need to X him out. Gosh. I'm going to say MJ, but I wasn't alive when those two were playing.
Who? MJ and Kobe?
Wait, no, what? So I was a baby. I was a baby, though.
Kobe, he was alive when Kobe was playing.
Yeah, but I was a baby.
Yeah, but you saw film on MJ and Kobe, right?
Yeah.
Legends. Okay, so you say MJ. All right, so we up by we up by 5 right now. All right, so here goes the last question.
Okay.
Now, if you could play 2v2 versus 2 college players or versus 2 WNBA players or NBA players, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Who would be your teammate and what 2 players would you play against?
I'm gonna actually. I think I'll go with Malaysia Fawali. I think that would be my teammate, and then I will go up against. I think I will go up against Flage and what's her name? She played at TCU. She played at TCU.
She transferred.
Haley Van Diff. I play against those two.
Really?
Yes.
We're about to fight.
I have confidence in myself.
No.
Wait, hold on. Maybe not Flage, but
You want the easy one? Because here's the kicker right here. All right, so you pick Fawali. I love Fawali offensive game, but she don't play no defense.
she don't play defense.
She don't play defense. So she might get cooked.
Okay, you're right. So I don't want her as my teammate. I'd rather Juju. I'd rather.
All right, okay, all right. So now we up. So we up by 8. I give you that. My math might be off a little bit, but we won. So you won, and you had to blow out 2. So you had to blow out 2. You the first person that got to blow out in the game. Usually people win by 1, win by 2, but you won by 8, and that was excellent. That was excellent.
Thank you.
All right, so that wraps up the fun fire round. So let's hit the last question that I ask everyone that comes on my show, and this is my signature question. So Ashley, what does an underdog mean to you, and how do you carry that mentality every day on and off the court?
I think an underdog to me is someone who is kind of like me, but like they don't really get in the spotlight like that, but they do all the little things to make sure everyone else looks great too. Like they're the ones that are diving on the floor, getting the loose balls, stuff like that. And they're not looking for anyone's handouts. They're not looking for a highlight reel at the end of a game. They're not checking the stats. They're just doing the things to win a game.
Excellent. I like that. Excellent. And that's exactly what we do. We work on the dark, and we don't do that much talking, and we let our game speak for itself. I love being underdog. Hi, Underdog Voice podcast. Underdog Voice everything. So that everything you ever see me is gonna be something on me that say underdog. So love it, love it. All right, this people. Ashley isn't just a rising hooper. She's the blueprint for every underdog who's built for more than just height. No dream school, no fluff, just craft, consistency, and confidence. From 1K in the 9th grade to chasing greatness with some of the nation's best. Ashley proves that the game can choose you, but it's on you to answer the call. Salute to the young dog with a vision and a voice. To all my parents, my young athletes, listen. Whether you're watching your child sit the bench or feeling the pressure yourself, remember, your underdog story is just getting started. Every challenge you face together is building character. Every doubt is the fuel for growth. So keep believing, keep pushing, because the best is yet to come. So Ashley, tell everybody where they can follow you at and follow your journey and your story, because I've been following it. And yo, she is a walking bucket though. I ain't even gonna lie. She's a I
Yeah.
I can't say nothing.
Follow me on Instagram, Ashley_Maccalla.
Okay, y'all got that. Ashley_McCall. Follow. I am telling you right now, because ESPN gonna want the rights to this. They gonna want the rights to this. All right, look, I'm Coach Q. If you ever felt, man, Ashley talked about this a bit. So if you ever felt your confidence shakes under pressure on the field or the court in life, like 5-day Underdog Voice Academy Challenge is for you. We boiled down years of mindset work into a simple 5-day challenge that helps every athlete own their moment like Ashley. And some Underdog merch, like the shirt I got on right now. And tap into our full resource hub on my link tree. I link tree Underdog's Voice to find the 5-day challenge and to get some merch and our other resources. All right. So listen, if nobody else told y'all this week, people out there in my underdogs, if nobody told y'all this week, and Ashley, this is for you too. I am proud of you. I see your grind. I believe in your journey. And I want the underdog in you to rise. I'm Coach Q. That's Ashley. This was the Underdog's Voice podcast. And guess what? We're out.